You've done the hard research. You've audited your internal capabilities, scanned the market, and mapped out all your data. But looking at those static lists on your screen, the next step isn't obvious. Knowing your strengths and threats is useful, but a categorized list of facts doesn't inherently tell you what to do. It leaves you asking, now what? By the end of this tutorial, we will take that static list and convert it into a dynamic TOWS matrix, a framework designed to generate 4 distinct actionable strategies. Before we begin, you must have your foundational data ready, a completed internal analysis mapping your strengths and weaknesses, and an external analysis identifying your market opportunities and threats. Overcoming analysis paralysis is the specific difference between merely documenting your business environment and actively engineering a competitive advantage. This color-coded matrix is the traditional SWOT analysis. Think of this as the input stage, where all your raw research is categorized into helpful and harmful factors. As these flowchart arrows show, specific analytical tools feed directly into these quadrants. Internal tools like value chain or resource-based view analysis populate your strengths and weaknesses. Meanwhile, external frameworks like Pestle or Porter's 5 Forces generate your opportunities and threats. This is where most organizations stop. SWOT categorizes your data points effectively, but it doesn't provide the logic to connect those factors into an actionable plan. We have to look at this bridge diagram. It illustrates the crossing from the where we are analysis cliff on the left to the what we do action cliff on the right. That crossing requires a pivot from SWOT to TOWS. Looking closely at these definitions, the contrast is clear. A SWOT summarizes your current situation. The TOWS matrix is a graphical tool used to design future strategic options. Insights alone are useless. True strategic value is only created when internal capabilities are forced to deliberately intersect with external market realities. To build this grid, place your external market factors across the top columns and list your internal capabilities down the rows on the left. Notice that we start with the external environment at the top. This is the outside-in rule. Strategy must react to the competitive environment first, rather than starting entirely from internal self-assessment. Let's fill the grid. Starting with the top left, the maxi-maxi or attack strategy. Here, you combine strengths and opportunities. An example is using a proven AI demand sensing platform to capture a sudden surge in nearshoring demand. Next is the top right, the maxi-mini or defend strategy. You use internal strengths to neutralize external threats. Think of a firm leveraging its highly diversified supplier network to absorb the shock of sudden import tariffs. Moving to the bottom left, we have the mini-maxi, or develop strategy. This involves using external opportunities to fix internal weaknesses. An example would be partnering with an innovative third-party logistics provider to resolve gaps in your last-mile delivery capability. Finally, the bottom right is the mini-mini, or survive strategy. This requires minimizing weaknesses to avoid external threats, like taking the difficult step to exit a non-core market entirely. A resilient supply chain strategy doesn't rely on a single aggressive move. It requires a balanced portfolio across all 4 of these quadrants: attacking, defending, developing, and surviving. Before you populate your own matrix, you need to avoid the most common failure point in strategy formulation: feeding the grid with generic, unquantified inputs. This graphic demonstrates the problem. If you list vague terms like good relationships and pair them with growth, the resulting strategy could apply to any competitor in your industry. It's useless. Now look at the specific win. When you combine evidence-based inputs, like a proprietary platform and a measured e-commerce search, you create a highly specific, executable strategy. The rule of engagement is simple. The strategic options generated by your TOWS matrix will only ever be as sharp and actionable as the precise evidence you feed into it. Review your populated matrix. You now possess the strategic logic required to guide your next moves. This side-by-side comparison shows the complete journey. The bulleted SWOT list on the left successfully captured a snapshot of your current state, while the intersected TOWS matrix on the right formulates the exact steps for your future. You have now generated a minimum of 4 distinct strategic options and are prepared to move out of the formulation phase and into execution. Ultimately, strategy is the result of making specific choices where your internal capabilities meet market realities.